أكد القرآن الكريم على أنه توجد مخلوقات حقيقية غيرنا في السماوات وتعيش هناك، مثل قوله تعالى: ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض وما بث فيهما من دابة وهو على جمعهم إذا يشاء قدير. الشورى. بعض العلماء يفسرون أن لفظ دابة هنا يشير إلى مخلوقات غير الملائكة، لأن الله فرق بين الدواب والملائكة في آية أخرى: ولله يسجد ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من دابة والملائكة وهم لا يستكبرون. النحل. هذا قد يفسر على وجود مخلوقات في السماوات والأرض ولا نعرفها، لأن هذه الآية، آية النحل، تذكر دواب السماوات والأرض وتفرق بينها وبين الملائكة، مما يفتح احتمالات لوجود مخلوقات أخرى لنعرفها. وفي سورة الجن وجميع آيات الجن في القرآن الكريم، وخاصة الآيات التي تشير إلى أنهم مخلوقات عاقلة مثلنا وتستطيع أن تفهم اللغة والدين، لكننا لا نراها ولا نعلم عنها شيئا، وتستطيع الصعود للسماء والهبوط للأرض، ولها سرعات وبعض القدرات التي لا يستطيعها الإنسان.
وتقول سورة النحل الآية 8: والخيل والبغال والحمير لتركبوها وزينة ويخلق ما لا تعلمون. هذه الآية تشير إلى أن الله يخلق ما لا نعلمه، مما يؤكد وجود مخلوقات أخرى في الكون. وتقول سورة الإسراء آية 44: وتسبح له السماوات السبع والأرض ومن فيهما وإن من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده ولكن لا تفقهون تسبيحهم. هذه الآية تشير إلى تسبيح مخلوقات أخرى غير الإنسان والجن والملائكة، ليست في الأرض فقط ولكن أيضا في السماء.
If something not from this earth had been recovered here in Egypt, it would have been brought to a classified military base back in Russia, where super-secret operations have been conducted since before the Second World War. As you may know from our previous investigations, even the KGB can't keep secrets forever. It could be blackmail operations, UFO recovery missions, even assassinations. KGB missions have been prone to leaks. Project ISIS was no different. Reportedly, an ironclad web of security surrounded the labs and offices of Project ISIS, but many of those working on the project were professors, scholars, and scientists, people in the habit of discussing their work. Top secret documents began to circulate. Rumors spread.
Some word of the alien and the tomb leaked out. A group of people began to meet, former KGB staffers and others, mostly computer and technical people. All these people call themselves the followers.
The cult took their name from an obscure passage in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. According to Egyptian belief, a family of gods came from the stars, bringing to the people of the Nile the wisdom of the universe. One day, the gods returned to their celestial home, except Osiris. The god gathered a group of mortals together and taught them much wisdom, including the magic of numbers. They were called the followers. It was their duty to protect and preserve the sacred knowledge until the gods declared mankind ready to receive their wisdom.
They believed that the tomb was that of an alien who was once worshipped as the god Osiris. The being brought to earth the knowledge of science and math. He was responsible for the growth of civilization.
The KGB ignored the security risk posed by the cult and ordered the scientists to refocus their efforts on the original goal of the project. Apparently, the Kremlin had seen little value in an alien mummy. With the use of ground-penetrating radar, the passageway and tomb were imaged. Nothing seemed unusual. They lowered the radar scan, still nothing. radar screen showed only rock strata. They were about to abort the mission when the radar began to pick up an anomaly, a faint shadow. It appeared like a passageway. Directly below the tomb was a large spherical cavity.
Many in Project ISIS believed they had found the legendary Chamber of Knowledge. Apparently, the extraterrestrial discovered was buried with a vast library of knowledge and data from the advanced alien culture, which could have immense military relevance. Many wanted the chamber opened.
According to team members, there were those who argued against opening the chamber.
The aliens that came to Earth 10,500 years ago came on a negative mission. They came with the mission to change the DNA of human beings. The task of Soviet scientists, as well as the scientists of the world, is to prevent the alien occupation of Earth.
Their argument was based on the following facts. The mission from Orion landed at exact ideal location to build pyramids that would serve as navigational beacons for further reconnaissance of our planet. The first recorded UFO sightings were reported by the high priest of Pharaoh Thutmose III about 3,400 years ago. UFO sightings continued through the ages, but escalated when man obtained the mastery of the skies. When the nuclear age began and man conquered the inner working of the atom, the aliens from Orion stepped up their observation of the Earth, resulting in the Roswell incident and an explosion of UFO contacts. Abduction reports began to sweep the world in the early 60s. A pattern emerged. Nearly all abductees spoke of physical examination. To the dissenters of the Project ISIS, the evidence clearly showed the mission that started in Egypt in 11 millennium BC was a planetary-wide experiment in social engineering.
The KGB came to the conclusion that through the manipulation of our minds and bodies, aliens have been directing human destiny since the dawn of history.
Well, the Egyptians believed that DNA came from the heavens and that it would someday return. They could very easily be talking about the Anunnaki who came to Earth with their knowledge of DNA and with their DNA itself. In other words, the DNA, some of the DNA that humans are based on, actually did come from the stars.
In their quest for a secret chamber of knowledge, did the KGB discover the horrifying truth behind alien abductions? Coming up next, the shocking conclusion.
And they would just discuss the upcoming visit of, I guess, some extraterrestrials or some beings to Earth, and they would just prepare themselves for this kind of visit.
Mama! Мамочка! Mama!
When we return right after this.